that we learn. So many things that we learn. These mountaineers, we have learned that yes, they have to be very, very persistent. They have to be very focused, right? And even when you are near the peak, you never know what is going to happen. So till the end, you have to be very, very cautious. You have to be very focused, isn't it? Right? Yeah, we've talked about how the training is so difficult, how they have to be physically fit, they have to be mentally strong, right? Okay, so it's not easy, and it is not everyone who can go around climbing mountains. Okay, at least we are not that capable here, and the screen has risen. It's 77, right? Okay. So let me see that there's some problem with the screen here. Okay, so now it's back to normal. So all these thoughts led to me to question myself. This one, have you read this? We're reading this paragraph, page 77. The second paragraph, yes. We've read this one. Okay, so we come to the next one. I have a more personal answer to the question. What is the question here? What's the question? That what will happen to the memory? What will happen to the thought? Right? That he had climbed the highest peak. So what will happen to that? Will it fade away from his memory? Will he start, like realizing the significance of such an important event? So I have a more personal answer to the question. From my childhood, I have been attracted by mountains. I had been miserable, lost well away from mountains. So we get accustomed to, like, yeah, we are used to living in the plains. We might not find it so comfortable if we go to the mountains. Or we might not find it so nice. We might think, yeah, the beach looks very attractive, but the hot, humid weather might not appeal to us, isn't it? Right? So he was there, very happy. Yes, over there, those two boys. Yeah, you get up. Get up, come over here. Okay, someone talking. So he had been there throughout his childhood, right? He had been attracted by mountains. He had grown up there, he had lived over there. And when he was away from the mountains, he was not happy. Okay? Mountains are nature at its best. Their beauty and majesty pose a great challenge. And like many, I believe that mountains are a means of communion with God. So mountains, you can look at them, that they are there, reminding man again and again that I am so strong, right? And yes, maybe one of the biggest challenges for you. And man has to prove how strong he is, right? By scaling these high mountain peaks. And he also says that yes, these mountains are also a way of connecting with God, communion. How? We read earlier also, if you read about the stories, mythology, we read how the sages also, they would go there to the Himalayas and they would pray and meditate over there in the high mountain peaks. Isn't it right? So a way there to find that peace, that calm, that peace, right? So communion. And when we are there, of course, you feel, even if you climbed, a kilometer there, hiking, you've gone there, you feel, oh my God, I feel so great. Isn't it? I feel so strong, right? But the mountains realize us again and again. What do they make us realize? That they are much. Okay? And we admire the beauty of nature. Once having granted this, the question remains, why Everest? Because it is the highest, the mightiest, and has defied many previous attempts. Is it? That's why he chose Mount Everest? It takes the last ounce of one's energy. Ounce. Ounce is quantity, right? So even till the last energy is drained from your body, that is how much of energy you require to conquer this peak. Okay? It is a brutal struggle with rock and ice. Why rock and ice? Rock, it is mountain. Where does the ice come from? The high altitude, right? So yeah, battling it. And why does, what do you think makes it more dangerous? The rocks or the ice? Rocks? Both, isn't it, right? Rocks, yeah. How difficult it is to climb the rocks. But it becomes even more difficult when they're icy. Yes, slippery there. You never know when your foot might slip. And do you think mountaineers go walking like this? So we are prepared for such situations. They are prepared. What about the gear? What about the things that they have to carry along? They wear the boots which they wear. Yes, right. Yes, so they have it has that grip on these let's say mountainous areas. So they have ropes with them, and if you see them, they move in a team there, and of course they tied there, and yes, so that means ice hooks also when they have to climb. So of course they make themselves that there's an anchor so that they don't move, right? And it is so. Do you think everything is nice and clear over there at such a height? No. So fog would be there, the icy winds would be there, the weather is so unpredictable, isn't it? Right? And with the snow all around, with the ice all around, how difficult it is. What happens to our toes and our fingers during the cold weather? That numbness, it happens, isn't it? So how are you going to climb also that weather? So it takes a lot of strength. And we are really amazed at so much of strength. A person who does that. Once taken up, it cannot be given up halfway. Even when one's life is at stake, I'm going back home, I can't climb further. Can you do that? You have to go that way, or you'll be going back alone. Will your teammates say, okay, come on, we'll also go back home? And say, we've come so far, we're going to carry on. So you can't give up halfway. You have to go the whole way, right? Yes. The passage back is as difficult as the passage onward. So in such a mountainous area, in such a high peak which is there, we talk about Mount Everest, how difficult it is. We think about the hills, you got a hill station, okay, right? You've gone to Khajiar or Solan Valley and the hills over there, and you come running down, so easy. This is something different, isn't it? This is something very, very different. So it is as difficult going up and difficult coming down also. So both ways it is very difficult. And then when the summit is climbed, there is the exhilaration. What is exhilaration? That joy, that happiness. Yes, excitement, the joy of having done something, the sense of a battle fought and won. Was it a battle? What kind of a battle? Battle of? Yes? Challenges, a battle of challenges, a battle of your physical strength, your mental strength. It's a battle of man and nature, isn't it? Right? So the battle is there. There is a feeling of victory and of happiness. Of course, it would be a beautiful feeling. It would be a great moment of pride, immense happiness when we reach the top. Glimpsing a peak in the distance. I get transported to another world. And like here, when you go there, okay, you've gone on a hike when you go to a hill station and you feel that, okay, it's nearby. Okay, we're just going to go over here and it's there. But when you reach there, it's even further, isn't it? And you keep on walking and walking and exhausted and tired by the time you reach the top. And then you wonder, how am I going to go back down? Isn't it? So here it is there. What does he say? Glimpsing a peak in the distance, I get transported to another world. So when he sees these mountain peaks, he's transported to another world. World of beauty, a world of challenges, right? I experience a change within myself, which can only be called mystical. Because why does he love the mountains? He feels happy, he's comfortable when he's there, right, with the mountains around him, and he feels a kind of a connection. So when he's there with the mountains, he feels happy, right? So he says it's some kind of a spiritual connection. And looking at those mountains, it gives me happiness, okay, right? By its beauty. Aloofness. What is aloofness? Mountains. Okay. Glimpse means a jhalak. Like when you see the little view of that peak at the distance, right? That's a glimpse. Okay. So otherwise, yeah, when you go to the hill stations, you go to the mountains and you see the mountain peaks in the distance, and it's like, wow, right? Don't you? So imagine how happy he must be feeling. A mountaineer must be feeling so happy when he sees those glimpses of the mountains, right? What is aloofness? What is it about the mountains? He's talking about the qualities of the mountain. Aloof. Not bothered, right? Not caring about, yeah, the mountain is there, of course, in its majestic glory. It's strong, right? It is, yes, this maybe showing man again and again. You are there considering yourself very, very strong, but I am not strong. Aloofness, not bothered. Okay, so we have students who are also there, aloof in the class. They're not bothered about what is happening. Whatever. Aloofness, isn't it? Might. Might is what? Might, strength, power. Okay. Ruggedness. What is ruggedness? Rugged mountain. Roughness. Very nice. What would be the opposite of ruggedness? Smooth. Very good. So ruggedness. Mountains are not smooth. Are they smooth? No. So they're rugged. So they have all these rocks and they have these, like of course tracks and trails, which makes it rugged, right? It's not smooth. And the difficulties encountered on the way, the peak draws me to it, as Everest did. It is a challenge that is difficult to resist. So when he sees the peak, he feels that yes, I have to climb that peak. I feel happy there when I'm in the mountains. The mountains, he connects with them, kind of a spirituality. Am I clear to all of you? Yes, what's your name? Piyush. Okay, you are? Aryan. And you are? What's your name? Oh, you are correct. Okay. There's some people I really wanted to see. Karan is one of them. Right? Karan, Nikhil, Nilesh is there? Okay, Aida, don't worry. That's tough. Right. Hargun is there? You are Hargun. Fine. Okay. So it is a challenge that is difficult to resist. What is resist? Like you can't resist, okay? Yes, although I've been warned you so many times. I see this pastry that I've kept. It is someone coming over in the evening. You can control yourself. You have to take a bite, isn't it? That is, you could not resist. You can control yourself. Okay, right. So he sees these peaks, and what does he feel like doing? Yes, what does the creator feel like doing when he sees the peaks? Climb them. Right? He wants so it is not only Mount Everest, but each peak is challenging because of the beauty there. And you wonder, what is there in the mountain? What is so beautiful? There are no flowers, there are no rivers, there are no butterflies and birds. What is it that makes it so beautiful? What is it that makes the mountain so beautiful? Yes? The height? The view? View from the mountain makes it beautiful? the mountain, is it? Mountain I'm talking about here, the mountain which a mountaineer wants to climb. What makes it beautiful? He's not going to stop on the way, oh, beautiful landscape, let's have a picnic. Is he going to do that? No. Then what is it that makes it so beautiful? The snow, okay, right? The peak which is there, its height which is there, right? Once again, so much powerful at the mountain. It is there, reminding, right? And what about other elements of nature? Do you think they are also the same? When you talk about water, how does it remind us that yes, it is very powerful? How does, by floods? Yes, tsunami, currents, isn't it? The depths, isn't it? Don't you think the oceans are more mysterious? Mountains, you can find out, okay, it's going to come to an end somewhere. But when you talk about the oceans there, you feel about it.
One mountain is more bigger than Mount Everest that is in the ocean.
See, we just got this information right now. Isn't it? Right? Yes. What? Okay, deeper under the sea. See, we just got this information right now. Okay, right. So on Mars also. Okay, that's nice. So good. Mars, money we send our mountaineers there. Okay, should we? We should. So we have, like yes, so we talk about this. So all elements of nature, mysterious. That is where the beauty lies, whether it's the ocean, whether it is, yes, we talk about the mountains, right? So it is here. So you see, it's difficult to resist here. Looking back, I find that I have not yet fully explained why I climbed Everest. No, he has not explained it yet. He has not. It is like asking a question, why you breathe? Why do we breathe? Why do we breathe? To stay alive. What will happen if you hold our breath for a few seconds? How long can you hold your breath?
1 minute.
You can for 1 minute? Oh, great. 50 seconds.
1 minute.
Okay. But after 1 minute, yeah, you need to breathe again, isn't it? Right? So yes. So what is it? So he's given this beautiful comparison. What does he talk about it? What does he talk about his passion for mountains? How important is it for him? Like oxygen. Yes, like oxygen. So it's like breathing only. It is very important. We need to stay alive. And for him, what is his oxygen? Climbing mountains. Very nice. Why do you help your neighbor? We don't. Do we? Yes. So why do you help your neighbor? For good relations. Very nice. Sometimes even you might need something from them, so it's better let's help them. So we're preparing our future, right? Yeah, we might need something from them, so let's help them. Is it? So why? Because you're good human beings. That's it. Let's not be selfish. Can't we do something without a motive? We can. Can we? Yes. Why do you want to do good acts? God is watching, that's why. Yes. Yes. Is it? Why can't we do good acts without someone watching? Or we need to do the camera, we have a selfie moment, please, I'm doing this. Is it? Nowadays you want everything on camera, even every little thing. Picking up this piece of paper, oh my God, saving the earth, isn't it? Right? Yes, I'm turning off the tap, saving water and uploading immediately, right? So people should see what I'm doing, isn't it? Do we need to show off all this? No, we don't need to, but do we stop? We don't. But here, this is what he's saying, that why do we do good acts? To be good human beings, right? To help others, to be, yes, what we are meant to be, good human beings. But are we always good human beings? We are not, even people who are there going as mountaineers. Have you read about how much trash is there on Mount Everest? What is trash? Yes. So who goes over there and litters it? Tourists, mountaineers go over there. And some people are there, like not go there, right? Okay, just for that moment here. And of course, we see that we have to be good everywhere, so whether it's on Mount Everest or whether it is on the plains. Okay, right. So yes, so why do you want to do good, guys? There is no final answer, but we still keep on doing. We do good acts or not? Yes, we're good, we're kind. And then there is the fact that Everest is not just a physical climb. Physical, it's not just a movement of the body. It is not that. It's not just showing how strong you are. It is much more than that. The man who has been to the mountaintop becomes conscious in a special manner of his own smallness in this large universe. When do we start realizing the importance of good health? When we're sick, right? When do we really realize the importance of food? When we're very hungry, isn't it? Right? So when we are sick, we realize the importance of good health, right? When we're very hungry, we realize the importance of food. Very thirsty, we realize the importance of everything when we were alone, locked out, isn't it? Yes, we realized so many things. It was a awakening for all of us, right? We didn't have to go to the mountains for meditation, no, we meditated at home and realized so many things, isn't it? Right? So here, what is he saying? That you realize in this universe. Oh my God, such a big world. Right? Okay? Or I go to the airport, Delhi airport, and see my friend and cousin. Oh my God, I've seen the world. Right? No, that is not the world. The world is here realizing that in this universe, I am such a small. And who reminds us again and again? Nature reminds us. Mount Everest reminds us. Right? The ocean reminds us. The pandemic reminds us. Isn't it? We've all had a big awakening. We are so small. And we should realize that we are just a part of this. Such a beautiful thought, yes? So we go for a world tour, exploring the world, and we realize what a beautiful place it is. Yes? The whole world. Yeah. So, right. Okay? Yes. So the man who has been to the mountaintop becomes conscious in a special manner of his own smallness in this large universe. So beautiful lines it is there, right? That tell us that how it's significant to be. We are the humans think that, okay, I'm so strong and I'm at top of the social ladder, right? I'm much stronger than animals and all. But Mount Everest says, just wait. Right? Come and have a meeting with me. See if you can reach me. You can't. You can't. Realize how small we are. Right? The physical conquest of a mountain is only one part of the achievement. What is the physical conquest? Climbing. Yes, so there's just one part. There is more to it than that. It is followed by a sense of you feel happy, you feel victorious, you feel relieved also. That in a moment anything could have gone wrong, right? And you realize that how scary it is. And we start valuing our life much more. And we feel thankful that we have been blessed with this. So just see how beautiful it is. Now, what are we talking about? Yes, we are talking about the peak within. Okay. So, right. Yes. So we are. Wait a minute.